Well, alright then. Welcome back to Everspace. We're gonna try a heavy run this time. Light missiles or an access key? Let's go access key. Hopefully we'll survive long enough for that to pay out. This being the heavy ship, we'll kind of need to do that bit of work to make sure we don't take much damage, and instead, you know, just blast everything out of the sky as quickly as possible. Let's build a combat drone, just to beef things up. We can already build an energy injector, thanks to... We now, and actually for a while now, we've spawned with a random assortment of resources, and this time it happened to be such that, you know, we got some consumables out of it. But we want to get more so we can do this adaptive armor, or this front shield generator. This is more important, I would say. But, we'll get right on it here. Blast that out of the sky. And, send off a heavy missile. And there we go. We'll pick up the pulse laser, not that we really need it. And what we got here? We got some credits. Got some mineable crystal and some mineable ore. So a reasonable starting orbit. Not going to do much fancy stuff, but hey, we got plenty of auxiliary firepower between the Gatling turret and the drone. Get those. Get some nanobots. We always need nanobots. What with the lack of shield and all. We can't build that yet. There you are. There are apparently some GMBs way out there. This might be lootable. Might be something here or there. But I'm not holding out much hope. Nah, this just looks like a broken husk. So, we'll just move along. We have this pulse laser now. That's probably not going to be very useful, but we'll see. It's really just like a slightly enhanced version of, yeah, the base weapon from the mid-class ship. Nothing to write home about. Especially when you have a fusion blaster, which is a lot more fun. Still can't build that shield. We're not building anything until we can get that shield. That shield is priority. And a comm hub, so we can boost our sensors a little bit more. It does seem like we have a relatively short range when it comes to like these mineral sensors. Oh, there you are. We'll just destroy that. That's a fairly easy target. There's probably going to be more. There's an outlaw drone. Knock that missile out of the sky. And our drone survived. That's good. That's good news. The drone is taking the fire right now, which is what we really want. So the fact that we lost our drone means we just build another. And whoop, take a little missile damage, because we were a little slow on the draw. But all that's taken care of. The base is ours. I see you. I wouldn't say we need your help right now, but you know, thanks for showing up regardless. And there's a tech container in here. Let's do our best to sneak in. We have to anyway for this comm hub. So that's hacked. This gives us a laser turret plus plus. So what are our differences here? Less hull DPS, more shield DPS. Substantially lower fire rate, but substantially higher range. So we'll swap that. We'll absolutely swap that. And sneak back out. Let's take care of this stuff. Get a bit more crystal. Hit up those tech containers. I think there were some, like, drops or... Well, there's a container here, so might as well hang around a little longer. Except it has nothing. You are a bad container, and you should feel bad. Still gas to mine in this. We can just straight up destroy this. You don't exist anymore. Has some GMB. I do kind of like that one of those is just a credit transport. It's an armored car. You know, it's one of those bank vault things. You know, one that I really wish I remembered the brand name for, so I can make a more specific joke. More of a reference. It's hardly a joke. You know, jokes are not just like, oh, here's a thing that exists. I've alluded to it. Ha ha ha. That's no good. We'll take the better pulse laser, even though I don't think we're ever going to use it. It's just nice to have a better one. We could actually use it like when we're doing this, because it's lower energy consumption, so it's a little better for this purpose. We're not getting much money for this so far. That's a little unusual. Oh well. We haven't really hit anything exciting yet, in all fairness. This looks more exciting. Yeah. Ockers and Outlaws. So now we'll just have at it on both sides. And of course we could have been patient, you know. Could have waited for some of this combat to go down before we hopped in, but we've tried doing that in the past and it didn't help much. So we'll help out our drone. There we go. That's how you take control of the situation. And to the victor go the spoils. I do see more hostiles to our right, but they are a ways out, so we won't worry about them yet. And more fuel as well. It's potentially more important. So what can we build? A second turret. I don't know if it'll actually let us even do that. But we can build a scattergun or a Gatling gun. I mean, either of them is probably better than a pulse laser, but I don't really want either of them in the first place. We can build some more heavy missiles and some light missiles. So we'll do that. We can upgrade our laser turret for more range. But I think we can apply the same upgrade to any of our primaries, and we may prefer to do that. Let's do a damage limiter. Drone override we may want in the future, so we'll keep an eye on that. But at the moment, I think we're okay. So let's mine this ore. There was another over here. Our drone, I think, is in good shape. I'm not worried about it, is the point. Let's get that last bit. Okay. So now we have all the ore. We have outlaws way over here, and what looks to be a facility of some kind. We'll do a little bit of hull repair since we have the nanos. And we have the laser turret ready and raring to go. That's a rock. So, yeah, they're both gonna find us at about the same time. Let's just turn on the laser turret. And there you are. Easy.
Credits are merely numbers to me.
Yeah, don't get philosophical about it. We got the money. I'm all about the money. No, I am not going to start singing price tag. Yes, I do know about that song. I am not completely oblivious to popular culture. Granted, that song was popular, what, 3 years ago? 4 years ago now? Like, it's not exactly up and trendy and all that, but it was a thing at one point. Speaking of a thing, do we have any things in here? Any containers? Nothing? Oh, that's disappointing. Just our little combat drone buddy. So, I guess we're done here. 2 little bits of combat, not that bad. This is about how you're supposed to play as the heavy ship. And what I mean by that is, if you're going to get into an engagement, and you should, in all honesty, you should look into doing that now and then. You get in, you do your damage, you get out. You don't give the enemy an opportunity to mess with you. We'll build a drone override just as a spare. Let's see, this has a 900 meter range. This has a 1900 meter range. We should upgrade the range on the fusion blaster. So that's a 1K, that's nearly a 2K, and that is a 2K. So fusion blaster is more of a final kill kind of weapon. The laser turret, it's not at that. Laser turret is 1.8. So as we approach the 2K mark, we draw their attention, and then we just let it roll. And we knock them out. And them. And yeah, we kind of tanked that a little more than we should. But, took care of it pretty reasonably, nonetheless. Yeah. Gotta be a little quick on the upkeep for that, though. Like, that's a sketchy maneuver. Trying to fly past a missile and shoot it out of the sky as it's coming at you. I would generally recommend against that. Generally speaking. Those are gonna blow and give us some gas, which is nice. Not precisely what we wanted. We want fuel. Fuel is that what we desire. Even though 56 is okay, but we want to avoid having to do a tough jump. Hello, rock. So let's do this plasma field bit. And then we have an outlaw way over there. There's a GMB there. Are they going to intersect? Are they going to deal with each other? Because... so, good for them. I don't want to deal with them. Wrong button again. We haven't played with a mine cluster at all yet. And I don't think we will anytime soon. But it's kind of like worth knowing about, if nothing else. There we go. See, we just saved your butts, GMB. And we got a blueprint for it. Not like a blueprint for saving their butts, you know what I mean. We got a blueprint as our reward. So there's the jump gate, and there is a trader in this orbit, so we'll go visit them. And I think then we'll call it this sector. We'll hold off in case they offer services. I don't think we're at that point with traders yet. I think we have to wait until we hit a service station. But I would rather like use a service station for healing than use nanobots, because healing at a service station just costs money. We have plenty of credits and plenty of accessibility with credits. We can get more, a lot more reliably than getting nanobots. So yes, buy our gas because we have tons of that. You know, we'll take some drone overrides because they're going to be so cheap. And we have lots of ore, but not so much that I want to do all of this or even half of this. I'll just do the one sale and save the rest. We got this crystal over here. So we fully mined that bit. That's probably like on the other side of the asteroid. As well as a container that I didn't get visual on, but we've sensed it nonetheless. I don't know if that crystal will be useful. I don't really know what it gets used for in crafting. It's like maybe we can sell it at a future trader. Or maybe it's essential to a whole lot of crafting and I just never noticed. I should be paying more attention to those things. You know, we need to use crafting like to the best of our ability if we're going to survive really long term. Speaking of, we can build a sensor relay. That's nice. It's still not a front shield generator. We're getting there with the scrap. So we'll hold off on a sensor relay until we can build that front shield. You know, we're not in any sort of urgent demand for that sensor relay. It'd be nice to have. It'd make our play a little more efficient, but we don't need it. So we are dumped directly into this. I really wish we had that sensor relay right now. Build a combat drone. We will actually salvage that drone override because it's not useful. And craft some damage boosters and some damage limiters. And we put the pulse laser for right now, because I do expect we'll take fair amounts of damage. Okay, running away time. Well, with the singularity and all that. But we got out of there pretty nicely. I think our combat drone is... Oh no! Combat baby survived. So, good work. And we actually did a fair amount of damage without taking too much damage. Fusion Blaster M6A. because of its relatively low range and speed, this blaster is best used in close combat. Right, same basic thing. This version deals more damage but has a lower range. So we definitely want more range mods if we're going to take this. And we are going to take this because it's new. Like, why would we not take new thing? But we are going to have to be aware that it's a very close range weapon. Sort of like, it's what we'll use to finish enemies off as they get close. And of course we have to move precariously in here because we are massive. But we're gonna open this baby up and see what enhancement it provides us. Leech. This is gonna be like a vampire style enhancement. We won't know until we go apply it to something, but I have a feeling that's what it'll be. That's what makes the most sense. And we'll take this level skip. So oh, we jumped all the way to Sector 3. We skipped Sector 2 entirely. That is both awesome and frightening. And we don't have the resources to build a shield yet. Okay, that's some ore. That's some ice gas formations that look really scary because it's dark. And that's some elite outlaws. Well, one elite outlaw and a bunch of regular outlaws. So we're going to go in, because of course we're going to go in. But we need to kind of handle ourselves carefully. We appear to have elite outlaws versus elite awkers. So to say this is an interesting situation is maybe putting too fine a point on it. But we are blowing things out of the sky right now, thanks to our flat cannon. So we may actually ultimately win the day. I mean, would you look at that? That is what being a heavy is all about. You know, two sides, both with elites. And we're just like, no, you don't get to play. We use the energy injector right away just to keep things flowing. And now we have a bunch of access keys. Like, kind of a crazy amount. And a fair amount of credits. Bumping into that asteroid kind of sucks, but it's not even like the end of the world. Shipwreck of the Black Knight. So that's a former ship. Or fully mined, yes, because the rock doesn't exist. It's an X-rock. Alright, whole lot of ice, some GMB. Our combat drone is in beautiful shape. Just to top it off. It's like great health. Oh. Got a couple missile turrets firing at us. We can take care of 1 and 2. And then there's a missile silo over here. Now that silo is gone. And then we have just a regular old turret. We actually have 2 regular old turrets. So we will equip a light missile real quick. So we don't need a heavy for that. That's pretty easily managed. And we lost our drone. So we will build a new one, and then queue up 2 more. So we'll always have our little buddy on hand. And we're now full up on fuel again. Looks like that's all looted, taken care of. We got some scrap, a tech container. This is going pretty well. I was a little concerned when we encountered the ancient. Nah, you know what? We'll drop the beam laser. I was a little concerned when we hit that ancient at the start of Sector 2. It's like we didn't really prepare for it. We couldn't prepare for it. But we still managed to just wipe it out. We do need to do some repairs, which is going to wipe out our nanobot reserve. Energized boost, sensor relay. Again, we're holding out for that front shield generator, which we're pretty close to, resource-wise. That's the shipwreck. We can't really do anything with this other than just steal its stuff. And is it really theft? Because that was our previous ship. So like, is it theft to take your own thing from a past life when you're a clone of yourself? We're getting into weird existential questions on property. I don't think Karl Marx had any theory even like loosely related to this. We are beyond the realm of, you know, Keynesian economics here when you start talking about the property of past lives. Anyway, we're staying away from those electrical fields because we don't have shields to absorb it. And pretty much everything here is an electrical field. So we may just skip right over this level entirely. We just head straight on into a new orbit. Which is not something that I like to do, but yeah, when that starts happening, just get out. Let's just not even deal with it. I don't know if you can hear that on the mic. There's a party going on around here. I'm pretty sure it's like the neighboring apartment building. Like they're having a block party. Which they're allowed to do because like the apartment building takes up a whole block. You know, they can just have a private party and it's a block party kind of by default. To be fair, like this, we have small blocks in this town, so it doesn't have to even be all that big to be, you know, a full block kind of party. But I could definitely hear like the bass, the drums mostly. The drums are very audible. For me at least. It's always possible like literally none of it comes through on the actual recording. Okay. You need to get dead. Fusion blaster is a little... It's not the range for it. There's an outlaw drone around the rock. So we will come over and take care of you. Or is it inside the rock? It could be inside. Yeah, this looks like something you can go inside if you find the right access point, which we have not yet. Ooh. That would be part of the reason. It's shielded. So we gotta find our way in because this is access key territory. And we got lots of those. So we might as well find a way to use one. That's the shield port. Up. There we go. It's an outlaw scout at sufficiently close range. No missiles for you. Elite outlaw. You're just using the rock for cover. Come on. And there's another access key. There's a whole lot of fire and explosion. But it still doesn't tell us how to get into here. It's kind of hard to see an angle. I don't know what was just said. I heard transmission. And I see combat drone in combat. This looks like a route. So let's turn on our combat laser. Pick up some resources. Our drone is not very long for this world, unfortunately. Yep, now we're starting to see Colonial. But Flat Cannon has an explosive charge, so we can kind of shoot around corners. Ah. Do not back into solid objects. It's not good for you. Not a good look. We're still not seeing like a shield generator of any sort. It's an outlaw Weber like right here. There's also a mine right there. So we have to find how to get to that Weber. If it's not just like outside. Which I don't think it is. And once we figure that out, we'll have a sense of how to get in. Is this part of it? Nope. This is just a crevasse. Let's get out of the crevasse. It's really not clear how you get into this thing. They make it kind of obtuse. Well, except for, you know, the floodlight right here. But I think we've already explored this route. This looks kind of familiar. There are multiple pathways, and this is new. So we missed this before. I'll turn the laser turret back on. Switch to flak. The Gatling gun. Bunch of mines all around. There goes the shield. But we are already on this side. Oh, the Akka are coming. We're gonna take so long in here that we don't even get to use an access key. Looks like the answer is gonna be yes. So let's just make our way out as fast as possible. Because we don't want to deal with them. And that feels like a missed opportunity, but oh well, so it goes. We got kind of stuck overall. That's a singularity. Let's stay away from the singularity. Trader, are you going into the singularity? You don't do that, man. You have so much to live for. Although if you are gonna do it, can I have your stuff? So we can buy nanobots. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. We can sell a little bit of ore, sell a fair amount of our compound. I would say let's sell a little ore, just in the interest of market balance, but we'll stay away from that singularity. We are full on nanobots, so let's heal up. Can we build? We can't build our front shield yet. What do we need? A little bit more plasma. We're about to get more plasma. We're getting that plasma. And then a little more scrap. That's more difficult to do. But he didn't have any for sale, so what can you really expect of us? Plasma's fully harvested. An outlawed drone. This feels like some kind of meaningful facility. It could be outlaw controlled, but we won't know until we dive in. Can we get a flashlight, please? Flashlight might help. Looks like nothing here. But that is a very close singularity and very close turrets and very close Ocker. We don't want a drone override, we want a damage limiter. So we use that. And we don't really need a damage booster. We'll use a flat cannon. Then as soon as our drone's gone, let's build a new one. And there we go. Do some more work with the laser turret. Okay. We have an energy discharger Mark III. It's another active device. Discharges the ship's remaining energy to create a radial blast around it. That is not a thing we do. We kind of want our energy at basically all times. Now, the singularity is still over there, so we will continue to ignore that. We'll switch. Actually, no, we'll build a couple more heavy missiles. We will switch to light missiles, but we're doing so in order to use them up. We'll get in range. 1, 2. Flak. And then a turret. Turret's gone. There's probably another turret somewhere. Yep. Then a missile turret. Missile silo. Trying to be all special. Did that? No, we used up some plasma in making those missiles. So we're still not there. What do you have for us? A jump stabilizer. Interesting. There we go. This is a consumable. Counteracts jump suppressors by overcharging the ship's jump drive. So, we have a combat drone, so we can't just use that up. Let's swap, salvage the damage limiter. We will want a damage limiter in the future, of course. But my train of thought, if I may share. 1, don't go near the singularity. 2, we keep this around in case we get, say, an Ocker Corvette, which have a habit of showing up with jump suppressors and making things very annoying. We'll salvage the scattergun. Not interested in it. This will basically give us that freebie. Or, if necessary, we can hold it until we get a level with a normal jump suppressor. You know, get an orbit that just has one of those, and we just can't find it. Because that's entirely possible. That we just come into a situation where we know there's a jump suppressor, but even as we look for it, we're just not seeing it. We'll just use this even though it's unnecessary, just in case we bump into stuff. Case in point. I did not bump into that to demonstrate our ability, but I did bump into it, so that's how it goes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We haven't even broken 10K in credits, though. It's kind of disappointing for how far we are in the game right now. Yep, there come the Ocker. So, we leave. And here's hoping the Ocker gets sucked to the singularity. We have 5 access keys. We probably didn't need that one at the start, considering we haven't used any. Let's pause for a moment. Let's equip damage boosters. Missile defense system. These are all active devices, which is a little disappointing to me. I would like passives whenever possible. You are close. You are close. Laser time. Where's my next target? There you are. Now we can pick your stuff up. Guilt free. Getting close. Try not to hit the GMB, if at all possible. We had an outlaw drone over that way. We'll deal with it later. For now, we'll nab this fuel for a little boost. Head to the service station. Hopefully they have a repair station. What is this? Refuel. That's useful as well. We'll just fill up because we don't have tons and tons and tons of cash, but we have lots of cash. And just a resource shop. And we'll buy 12 gel for $440 and then give 13 gel for 41 ore. Mostly just for the round economics of it. Probably not even a very good idea on a mathematical level, but I like how smooth it is. So, we have 10 shield breakers now. We can build more heavies, but we're trying to hold on to that plasma and scrap. Just for that one last active item. The front shield generator. We have enough plasma. We have the plasma. We just need the scrap. So we'll head over this way, mind the minefield. It's lots of gas that we don't really need. I don't know. Enemies could pop out of that at any point, so need to be cautious. But this drone should not be hard to take out. Yeah, especially with the flat cannon, you don't even really need to aim. Just point it in the general vicinity of your enemy. So let's see. This just a nook, not an interior route. How do we get into this thing? Probably through this big hole. Yes, this would look like a hole. And there's the crystal. Six and 4. And yeah, the fact that this is the heavy ship and it's big and it has a considerable cockpit to it, sort of getting annoying right now. Makes it a little tougher, a little tricky. Can't always see where you're going, but we are going through the jump gate. On to Sector 4. And I think this is what I was concerned about earlier. New loadout unlocked. Hooray. But yeah, I have a feeling the suppression is coming from the outlaw ships. Though I could be wrong. But this kind of purpley glow, you kind of worry about a purpley glow. Most of the time, I would say purpley glows are things to at least be conscious of. There we go. Got ourselves some nanobots out of the deal. A pulse laser we can't use, but can salvage. That ore's a ways away, that crystal's a ways away, that fighter wreck's a ways away. That fighter wreck is not a ways away. It's also not the source, so we're just blasting this for its contents. Try not to run into things. A little more credits. Now would be a good time to repair, considering we're full on nanobots and we're taking dumb damage. And I'm getting the sense, yeah, the suppressor is probably going to be over in this direction, which means it's probably guarded by turrets or outlaws. So you guys shooting around your missiles like you own the place. Oh, they use a scatter gun. That's an interesting enemy. Okay, so that's all done. We can see the jump suppressor. How to get to it. Well, it would help to go to the correct rock first. And then you just get nice up and cozy with it. And here are some nanobots. So, all that's done. Mission accomplished. Let's mine this joint and go home. Well, let's repair up as well. Down to 10 nanos. 3 jumps worth of fuel. And a tiny sliver more. Get a little crystal. I choose to ignore that little bit of damage we just took because that was dumb, and I'm going to just disavow it. It didn't happen. We don't have to worry about that at all. Why worry about a thing that didn't happen? Alright. Let's get out of this orbit now that we've done everything we can. And we have either a very mild option with a trader or very heavy options with nothing, really. Nothing indicated on the map. Fortunately, that also means no natural hazards indicated. But we do want to go visit the trader, so we will do that. And we have an Ochre Swarm. That's a thing. That's the thing that I'm going to go over here, away from, for the moment, while we assess our situation and decide how we're going to handle this. Probably by, you know, blasting them all as best as we can. Oop. A little too much inertia on this bad boy. So all we can get right now are consumables, or weapons, or just ship attachment things. Can't get resources. We kind of wanted resources. So we have GMB Elites. They could help us. But, I don't know, I get the sense that our best option is to let them fight. They are going to handle each other. And, you know, we'll stay out of this. We could even let the GMB partake, if they so choose. There is an Ochre Shield Charge drone over here, all by its lonesome. We'll make sure they don't have that available. And there's also a container in here that we'll come check out. Get some gel and some nanobots. There is a system that's beeping right now, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's our proximity sensors. I don't know. It looks like the Outlaws have won the day, so good for you. Your prize is that I blow you out of the sky now. As we get closer, turn this on. We don't have a combat drone. But now we do. That's a fair amount of damage that we're taking all at once. So that kind of sucks. But that's the end of that. And in the end, we didn't take too much hull damage. So we're still in decent shape. And, do my eyes deceive me? Or is this a colonial? Is this a frigate? We still never used a mine cluster. We'll find a use for it. Yep, I see a shield generator, so this right here is a colonial. So where's the entry point? This looks like another piece of it, but this might just be hollow. No. This is not hollow. So where is the opening? Is it in the asteroid? Colonial sentry drones. Okay. This one might be... This one's outside. But it's just the one. Here we go. Easily taken care of. Whoops. That not so much. Those are pretty much the same. Different mods, but that's all. There we go. Flat cannon, always a buddy. Okay. We will take that over mine clusters. We will always take an Arc 9000. Really almost always over whatever. I guess the Arc 9000. It wins. There's a flat cannon, an enhanced one. So, yeah, we will take the enhanced version. And that looks like it for in here. Yeah, little head bonk. A little more head bonk. Oops. A little inertia. Oh boy. Ocker coming. So we can't dilly-dally. Flat cannon F55. Let's see. Better fire rate, better damage. Let's keep the one we have. Yeah. Anything more we can address? Nope. All right. We are making our way out of here now. And we left a lot of stuff behind in there because, you know, the Ocker were coming. What can we do? I mean, we can fight them, but they're kind of designed... Those invasions are designed to, you know, make it incredibly difficult to deal with. Now, this might be one of those where, you know, we have that... wrong button. We have that jump stabilizer. So we might just... this might be the time to use that. We can build a front shield generator. Let's salvage the mainframe override, so we weren't really using that. Can we build something in place of this? Adaptive armor. And we'll scrap the energy discharge because we're not using that. And we can improve on some things. We can also build new consumables. Let's do some damage limiters. Damage boosters, nice to have around. Flat cannon, we'll give it a range up. Our fusion blaster is still like our shortest range, 700 meters. Yeah, those are both 2Ks. So you will get a range mod. And we can actually give everything an energy consumption mod. Oh, except that's fully modded out. So we'll mod this, we'll leave that alone. And we can upgrade our laser turret. We'll throw an energy consumption mod on this, so that it takes up less energy when we're using it. And we're pretty good here. We can build like another couple missiles, I suppose. Somewhere in like this whole miasma, we got a lot of resources. And that's good. Yeah, crystal's fully mined. That's what a flat cannon does. It just alleviates the problem of mining by exploding things. And that ship is nicely exploded, so that's good. That's a bunch of fighting that we're going to do our best to ignore. Because this should have colonial stuff in here, I'm thinking. Or it'll just have a missile turret. Ah, a secure container. We can unlock that. And what's inside? Well, more containers, naturally. Thermogun. It's not compatible with our ship. So we'll just salvage it straight away. Blast these shield generators. And what's in here? Front shield generator Mark II. So, and we'll take the better one. Absolutely. And this wasn't a colonial, this was an outlaw outpost. But still, the whole secure container thing, it was worth coming in there. We got to use an access key. That's nice. And now we're really looking for the jump suppressor, which I think we're now moving kind of perpendicular to. I think it's gonna be more this way. 6, going up into the 60s. Yeah, it's over here somewhere. Huh. I don't see like a thing it would be attached to. Maybe this this ship that's right below us that we weren't paying any attention to. Maybe it's attached to this. Just spitballing. Just throwing it out there. You might have to go inside. Might have to find a way to go inside. So that's not the answer. Or it's on the outside. So we can resolve that. Nice and easy. There's a shield generator. And there's going to be some colonial stuff in here. I'm pretty confident. Yeah, that was a turret, and we shot at it, and it didn't react. So it's a very stoic turret. You know, you generally don't expect your defensive weaponry to understand the principles of stoicism, but here we are. Inertial dampeners damaged. We kind of rushed in here a little more than we should have. But at least that subsystem is back online. Let's inch our way in. Blast this open. We'll salvage an Arc 9000. As much as I hate to do so, we'll just use this damage limiter. And we get Daredevil subroutine. I'm a little concerned about that. We'll salvage because we don't need it. Energy Core Extension Mark III. Well, strikingly increases your Energy Core's capacity. We'll put that in over the missile defense system so that we only have... Well, we have 2. I would like to only have 1, but we can't have a passive shield. So this will have to do. And there we go. That's the colonial ship. We have cleared out the jump suppression and cleared out our nanobots. One of these things is good, the other not so much. What's over here? Some more ore. How are we on ore? Crystal. We have plenty of ore. I would say we're fine. We can continue to upgrade our flat cannon. Let's, you know, let's put a fire rate mod on it. Then the pulse laser. Let's do a hull damage mod, because that's more of a shield damage weapon initially. So we might as well, like, make it a little more versatile. Should maybe put a spread mod on the flat cannon. It's a little questionable at range. All right, I'll leave you GMB boys alone. And we're off. Another medium risk. Our fuel is running a little low, but we do have effectively 3 sectors to refill.
Support has just been received. Proceed to the location. Engage and destroy the marked targets.
Okay. There are a lot of hazards out here. There's a singularity that we're currently working to avoid. Success! We have avoided it. We don't want to be using our shield breakers. We want to be using damage limiter, drone override, and a damage booster. So now a couple of these bad boys are ours. This elite outlaw is gone. What do we have next? Oh. This turret. That's 4. There's our outlaw bomber. It has gone into the singularity. It has evaporated into the unknown. Sucks for it. You know. We don't have to worry about that. Do we have like an energy injector right now? Looks like no. We can build another heavy missile. That's basically it. But then this turret is all we have to worry about. So we'll just strafe around it.
A credit reward has been received along with thanks for your assistance.
Okay. So there's a lot of dark matter over there. And we kind of don't want to touch that. Some plasma mines we can scrap. Yeah, power cells, dark matter, dark energy. We don't want to go any closer to the singularity than we've already gone. Like, I'm sure if you have the right equipment, you can really, you know, live on that edge. Kind of skirt it and come out in one piece. I don't think we have that equipment right now. I don't think a heavy gunship is likely to have that equipment. So, it's a comm hub. Like, pretty close. I have no interest in risking any of that. I'm not even interested in risking that electrical storm. Yes, there's fuel in there. We will sort that out over the next 2 zones. So, medium risk, sure. Sure, that was medium risk. The electrical storm and the singularity, that was a casual walk in the park. Take care of those outlaws. This should be coming pretty close. All right. Now you have noticed us. Oh. Don't think we haven't noticed you. Alright, so we get some credits, some scrap. What we need is fuel. We really do need that. We don't need it to get out of this zone, so again, we have this one and the next one. in order to collect just 22. So if we find some available fuel tanks, that might be all we really need. So what can we craft now? We don't really need to do all that much crafting. All told. We need to remember to use our front shield generator a little more often, but other than that, right, there's this thing, the outlaw drone carrier. So we're gonna make a go at it. We're going to improve our front shield generator just a little bit more. Then we're gonna get kind of close. And this lasts for 28.8 seconds. Okay, so yeah, let's equip this and use it. And help these GMBs out. Oh, come on. You are basically dead. Shield breakers are not the most sensible of tools for this job. The flat cannon works, like, surprisingly well here. And you're gone. You are gone. You are gone. I'm gonna keep shooting you until you are gone. So, damage booster Mark III. We'll swap that out since we only have one of the regular boosters left. A little bit of fuel. New blueprint. Stasis missiles, which are not compatible. An anti-missile drone. We'll just use it now. We'll go on the defensive route. Adaptive armor Mark II. I mean, might as well take the better one. And there we go. That enemy that has swarmed us and devastated us in the past, when you hit it in this situation, not a huge deal. That said, we are still in want of repair. We want nanobots. We want a repair station, if we can spot one. So, taking a look over here just to see what's around. This looks like it's all gonna be GMB material, so we don't really want to pick that fight. Not on this run, at least. And this will take us into Sector 5, which this won't be the first time we've gotten here. Let's build a couple heavy missiles while we have a chance. We used a bunch on that swarmer. This won't be the first time we've made it to Sector 5, but it's been a while since we've had a solid run.
Another sector and a high probability of increased hostile encounters.
Yeah, there's gonna be baddies. That's generally how these go. There's a comm hub.
Can't see the source.
I can approximate an area of origin, but my sensors detect nothing.
Okay, that's not encouraging. Now, Ockers we understand. And let's turn our shield on.
Whoa! What is that?
A solar storm. Take cover.
Okay. I didn't realize that was a thing in this game. Taking cover. Cover taken. Continuing to take cover. I think now it's over. Now it's over. Okay. Still getting hit by something we can't quite identify. I saw it shoot though. So we have that going for us. And I don't quite know where the suppression signal is coming from, but there is a comm hub. And actually they might be like in the same vicinity. These might be one and the same. Yep. Can we hack it from this side? We can hack it from this side. That's convenient. Oh boy. What direction will make us safe? Not that direction. This way? We seem to be okay now, right here. This sucks. We're gonna run away now. I know we don't have enough fuel. We don't really have many options. Alright. Please don't die. We're going towards the trader. Ooh. That's not good.
Hey, what's going on?
The ship has been immobilized and is being pulled out of hyperspace.
This is not good. None of this is good.
I found you again. Seth, wait, I'm beginning to recollect. Oh, really? Good for you. So what is your plan? Where are you going? I don't know exactly. I have coordinates, that's all. I'm trying to find some answers. Believe me, I want to know what this is all about just as much as you do. Wait, interesting. Coordinates.
I'm sure you're aware of the concept.
I knew it. You're a clone. I'm talking to a meatbag. Oh, Adam, what have you done? I'll let you go for now. Try not to cross me again, clone.
Do you mind dropping some fuel, perhaps? Like,
That was a bizarre conversation. What does it mean?
It appears that you have some history with this individual. Perhaps there is some unfinished business. But we have our mission to fulfill. Shall we carry on? Or theorize?
well, I can't really carry on that well, considering we have... What have we done? Secondary weapons damaged. Sensors damaged. Life support system damaged. We screwed. And we're probably gonna have to make another jump like that, in all likelihood. So we have no sensors right now. So we have no idea where any fuel is. No idea where any enemies are. There could actually be nothing. Like, this could just be sort of like a storyline orbit, if you will. Really, the only option that I can see is to just run away. It's like try to carry on and hope for like a really courteous orbit on the next one. We have 25 fuel now. I don't know where that came from, but okay. Let's dive right into a high-risk environment. first, storyline. It's been a while since we had cutscenes.
Decrypting the Okar genome. The Admiral was satisfied with the work they had done. Now, he could progress to the next stage of his plans. Using the decrypted genome, he wanted to create a brigade of Okar clones. To incite fresh conflict between the races.
Yeah, he seems like that kind of guy.
Finally defeat the Okar and establish colonial supremacy in the cluster. The Admiral offered them a part in his scheme, with all its privileges for their ongoing cooperation. Seth Nobu accepted the offer.
Looks like he would.
Adam Roslin would not stand for reviving a war. He refused to take any part in it.
He's kind of 50-50.
Admiral had more crude methods of persuasion, injecting Roslin with a controlled cytotoxin. Roslin was given no choice but to comply. Nobu made no objection. His interests were clear.
Okay, so they're all bad people. Not very surprising.
Admiral again. Another piece of the puzzle.
Service station.
My original was forced to work on an illegal cloning program. Refused out of principle.
So Adam Roslin did not carry out the task.
It seems they put him in a compromising position.
Please let me in. Please let me in. Okay.
These flashbacks, like scraps of them,
I don't care about your story. I care about surviving.
difficult for me to understand. I dwell more in the interconnectedness of things.
So we have an Ocker frigate. Tons of bombers. Outlaw drones. Equip that. Equip that. Don't equip use. We just use everything. You know, whatever happens, happens. Using that, that drone override was actually pretty helpful. Got some fuel, some credits. We're still in terrible, terrible shape. And we have suppressed jump, and it's because of this Ocker frigate. But we have a secret weapon. We have the runaway button. We're going to use our runaway button and run away. So the fact that we're still alive now is remarkable. After that, remarkable. We just have to keep going to the best of our abilities.
We have yet advanced. We need to make a foothold.
Yeah. Consumables. Plasma mine, and that's it. That's not going to be helpful. We have the Arc 9000. That is something of a last-ditch weapon, but we have it.
Here to ensure our continued progress.
We have
Plan on going
those.
backwards.
Onwards and upwards. That's the spirit.
Those Okar are in the wrong direction. So, onwards and upwards, indeed. Okay. So that looks like our target, actually. I'm going to somewhat gingerly handle these mines. You know, the best as we can. Hopefully those guys stay far away. Alright, coming in carefully. Carefully. Careful. Careful. Like a surgeon. And we out. And there we go. So we have some compound we can pick up, some crystal and ore we can mine. No reason not to. We need every capacity for mining and crafting. Most of the crafting part interests us. We can handle these guys. Especially with a flak cannon. And heavy missiles. But they do have shields. Well, we survived. They didn't drop any nanobots, though. That's the frustrating part. No, we'll just salvage this. Okay. So, some more fuel. Keeps us going for further sectors. Some more compound. Because you never know. Some mineable ore. Some scrap and some credits. Some more ore. I mean, we're finding fuel, which is keeping us together. But that's about it. And what we really need are nanos. But we're just gonna have to manage, I suppose. So what consumables can we build? Some damage boosters. We can build a combat drone, an anti-missile drone. I'm always going to pronounce it missile. I don't care. I don't know where I even got that from. Because that's definitely not like the standard American pronunciation. It might be the British pronunciation, and I'm just like that deeply ingrained in all that. I don't even know. But missile just feels right for this particular concept. So.
We do not have enough fuel on board for the next jump.
Better find some.
Well, maybe the trader will have some. Maybe the trader will have nanos. Nope. Has heavy missiles. We would give up pretty much all of our ore to get them. This tractor beam. It's a passive. It's just range. We don't really want any of this. I feel like we damaged ourselves with our flak cannon. It would be so typical to like blow this run thanks to self-damage. Or not. Or we'll just get blown up by normal enemies. But yes, as the game so helpfully told us, that was the furthest we've gotten. That was like over an hour-long run. Even with completely skipping Sector 2, thanks to that ancient. Which gave us a leech glyph. We'll have to see what that does. If that does what I think it is, I'm going to be very happy to have that. Because it could have saved our skins way at the end of this run. Yeah, I think that's going to be permanent heavy equipment. Possibly. Maybe something completely different. Maybe something worse. We'll have to find out in the future. But for now, hope you enjoyed this run. If you did, a like would be appreciated. Subscribe doubly so. But either way, ta-ta for now.